Take shadow banking, which we have in this country. People say, well, it's the unbanked. Well, the whole leverage buyout lending operation practically left the banks and went to shadow banks in our own country. And it hasn't caused any big trouble yet, but I'll be amazed if it doesn't.
Well, Jamie Dimon has said that, and like look out for some of the fintech areas that they're not
Yes, I
regulated.
agree with Jamie Dimon on that. I don't think allowing all the swingers in the world to act as though they're banks is a good idea.
But do you think that it would take a systemic breakdown before changes would actually get implemented again, like you referenced with the Great Depression?
The last time it took the worst depression in the English-speaking world in all history. That's what it took to get the last correction. I certainly don't want that.
No,
A wise regulator stops this stuff before it starts.
It's very hard to stop.
What interests me in this is that the communist Chinese behave the way I am talking in favor of. And our own wonderful free enterprise economy is letting all these crazy people go to this gross excess.
Becky,
The people who are not avoiding it are the communist Chinese.
Oh.
They step in preemptively to stop speculation.
Charlie, you said communist China is doing all the things that we should be doing right now, and I can't help but think of what they've done to Jack Ma.
It amuses me, you know.
Well, what about what they've done to Jack Ma? He's kind of disappeared.
Well, yes, but Jack Ma is one of the swingers. So they just they said, the hell with you. He basically gave a speech when he said to a one-party state, well, you guys are a bunch of jerks, don't know what you're doing, and I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it better. And he was going to wade into banking and no rules and just do whatever he pleased.
He also brought banking to a lot of
the
unbanked
Chinese
people.
communists did the right thing. They just called in Jack Ma and say, you aren't going to do it, Sonny. And I wish we had I don't want all of the Chinese system, but I certainly would like to have the financial part of it in my own country.
Although Ant Financial was bringing banking to a huge unbanked population before. I mean, there were things that they were doing that...
I know, but you don't want a swinger to run. The banks have the implicit guarantee of the government, and you don't want to let any swinger run a bank. Let the swingers do something else.
Who are the swingers here in this country?
Well, I don't want to start naming swingers.
they'll appear.
You know, the way the story has kind of been painted is that it's the Chinese communists who don't want to lose power, and some of the capitalists who have maybe gained too much power under at least what the communists might like to see.
Both groups want more power, not less. But
politicians in this country want more power, and the rich want more power.
Yes. No, what's so different in China? Yeah. But the banking system, take shadow banking, which we have in this country. People say, well, it's the unbanked. Well, the whole leverage buyout lending operation practically left the banks and went to shadow banks in our own country. And it hasn't caused any big trouble yet, but I'll be amazed if it doesn't.
Well, Jamie Dimon has said that, and like look out for some of the fintech areas that they're not
Yes, I
regulated.
agree with Jamie Dimon on that. I don't think allowing all the swingers in the world to act as though they're banks is a good idea.